Hi guys, today I am going to be reviewing Gabriella Whitted's 6-part quarantine workout and giving you thoughts from my standpoint as a certified personal trainer. I will be rating her workouts on enjoyment, intensity, and effectiveness on a scale of 1 through 10 so that you guys can compare and contrast to other workouts. I will be doing other fitness influencer workouts in the future, so if you'd like to see more of that, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I post. I will be doing parts 2 through 6 because currently I am working on filming a video for Chloe Ting's 2-week abs workout, and I do not want that to interfere with my results for that particular video, so that is what I will be doing today. Now, before we get started, I have a question for you. How do you typically measure success when you're trying to reach a health and fitness goal? Many people measure it different ways, whether it's on the scale, from before and after photos, from just how they feel. And this is something I talk a lot about with my clients because there are better ways than others to measure your progress. I always tell them not to look at the number on the scale, especially for the protocol I use, because I help them gain lean muscle while simultaneously decreasing body fat. Therefore, they're not going to see a huge decrease in numbers on the scale if they're looking to lose weight. I ask them to take before and after photos, measure it solely on how they feel, and also take circumference measurements like your waist, your hips, your thighs, whatever you want to see there, because you're going to see a positive change in body composition, but maybe not a positive change in the number on the scale all the time. That is why I'm very excited to show off something I just got in the mail. Yes, it is a scale, but this one is super unique. It measures body weight, but it also measures body mass index, body fat, fat-free body weight, subcutaneous fat, visceral fat, body water, protein, skeletal muscle, muscle mass, bone mass, your basal metabolic rate, and your metabolic age. It comes with an app that has smart tracking, so I'm going to open this up and let you know what I think about it. It is so futuristic looking. I love it. Hold on. So it obviously comes with instructions because that's good because it looks very high tech. Has a 5-year warranty. I will be holding on to that. So I just found the app, so I'm going to download that and then we will check it out. I really like this because it can improve your mindset, especially when you're looking at body fat percentage, because on the scale, you're not distinguishing fat from muscle, from water weight, and all of that. So the fact that you can pinpoint these certain factors and see clearly a number, I think that is a lot better for your mental health and motivation when you're trying to reach your goals. All right, so I just created my profile on the app, and I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna try and zoom in here. It gives you all your factors right down here that it's gonna measure. I'm really curious to see what my metabolic age is because I'm hoping that it's pretty young, because if you don't know already, your metabolism slows down as you age. Overall, I think this is a great tool for people who feel the most accomplished by seeing numeric values for their progress. If you want one of these scales or a food scale or anything else that this website has to offer, there is a link to the website down in my description. And now, on with the video. So before I start my workout, I am going to use Vital Flow Greens Organic Pre-Workout. It promotes cellular energy and circulation, so I'm very excited to try it. It's actually my first time. I'm gonna drink this and then we'll get started. The workout that I just did was her leg workout. However, I wouldn't classify that as legs because when I think of legs, I think of quads, I think of glutes, hamstrings, and calves. Mostly is the 4 main components that you would work out in a leg workout, and really that only targeted mainly the glutes and the hamstrings. I would have classified that more as a butt workout than anything. I mean, you could definitely feel a burn in your glutes after holding and not having a rest time, so I expected that. However, for the step out exercise, that really hurt my lower back. Comment below if that's a problem you've had with that workout. I noticed a strain in my lower back the first round, and then for every other exercise after that, it just hurts. I'm gonna rate the enjoyment a 5. I really didn't like it that much because it made me really uncomfortable. For intensity, I would give that a 6 because you really aren't going to be sweating too much. I mean, I'm out here in 85-degree weather and I'm totally fine right now. I mean, this is just the first workout and they're all super short, so I wasn't expecting anything crazy really for that first one. And then effectiveness, I would rate it a 7. You can definitely see some results because of the time under tension. She did really play into that factor, and that is a big thing that can help you see results quickly. So yeah, on to the next. So that was part 3, which was the booty workout. Part 2 and part 3 both seemed like booty workouts, just targeting different glute muscles. This one was definitely more towards gluteus medius muscles. That is honestly the only place I really feel a burn. She's definitely playing on time under tension, which is really going to help you see results. So I do like that, and I like how they're short, but they're pretty intense. For enjoyment for that one, I would give it an 8. I definitely liked it more than part 2. It was painful, but it was the good kind of pain, the pain where you know it's working because it's burning. And for intensity, I would give it a 9 because we went through the entire circuit without stopping, which really made it burn a lot worse when you went from outer circles to inner circles right away. So it was definitely more intense. I don't do those types of workouts. The only one I would normally do is the fire hydrant, but the other 3 I don't do. So if I did that a few more times, I would definitely be sore the next day. So for that effectiveness, I would probably give that one a 9 as well because of everything I already talked about. So this one confused me a little bit. I thought we would be more so doing Russian twists and side crunches. Having a slim waist really ultimately comes down to nutrition because your visceral fat is the hardest to get rid of, and you really can't get rid of it through exercise alone. No matter what a fitness influencer tells you, it's really, really difficult. So with that said, this was really just ab workouts. It targeted more so your lower abs, so it's still a good workout, but I wouldn't classify it as a waist workout. For overall enjoyment, I would give this one a 7. I definitely felt a burn. I do like the exercises she did use, even though it's not pertaining to the waist. I still like the exercises. The reason that number isn't higher is because my hips just do not like any sort of lower ab exercises, period. If my legs are straight out and not touching the floor while I'm laying on the ground, no matter if I do it correctly or not, my hips don't like it. I always get this popping anytime I do some sort of workout like that. But that's just me. It could be totally fine for someone else. That's just my personal experience. For intensity, I'd give it an 8. I definitely felt a burn in my lower abs, but it wasn't crazy difficult to where I couldn't do it. Then effectiveness, I would give this one a 5 just because the title is a little bit misleading. So if we're talking about effectiveness for your waist, it's not effective, but it can be effective for your lower ab. So that one was specifically for arms. When I think of doing my arms, I think of shoulders, biceps, and triceps. The only thing we really exerted here were our shoulders. That's only a third of the equation, so that's really not gonna get you toned arms. Arm circles is what I use for my clients for their warm-up, and then we go into weights and resistance bands for everything else. Now, I totally understand that a lot of people don't have the proper equipment to do those exercises. There are different ways to make do. You can use water bottles, water jugs, whatever you have in your house, a broomstick with a backpack. Like, there are so many other ways to make this work other than just doing arm circles and waving your arms like this. I hate to break it to you, but that's really not gonna do anything for you. Yes, you're still burning calories. So if you're in a calorie deficit and you're burning calories through exercise, you will lose weight, but specifically toning up your arms takes a little bit more than that. For overall enjoyment, I would give it a 5 out of 10 because I got super bored, but that's really because I have been weightlifting since January of 2019. Obviously not right now as much because of quarantine. However, I am so used to being in the gym with weights, being able to do tons of different exercises that are much more effective than this. That is what's more fun to me. But of course, everybody's different. I am just coming at this from a personal training standpoint of what's really gonna work for you. And for anybody who wants to tone their arms, you need resistance. She continues to use time under tension, so you could see a little bit of shoulder definition. You don't put your arms down. So that can work for shoulders, but you're totally missing out on everything else. For intensity, I would give that a 5 out of 10 as well, just because I did feel a burn in my shoulders, but it was very minimal. But again, that's just because I am used to going in the gym and lifting weights. If somebody has no experience weight training and they tried this, the intensity may be very different. So that is totally up to you and your skill level. This is just, again, me coming at it from a professional standpoint. For effectiveness, I have to give this one a 3 out of 10. It's really, again, not gonna do much for you. But again, everybody's different. So if you wanna come at me in the comments telling me that these workouts changed your life, go for it. Okay, I'm a little confused now because that workout seemed more geared towards the booty than the hips, and the one she called a booty workout was more geared towards your hips. I mean, if you're doing all 6, it really doesn't matter how it's titled, so you can just take that with a grain of salt. For overall enjoyment, I would give that one an 8. I did really like that one. I felt a burn in the right places, which was nice, no pain or anything. For intensity, I would rate that one a 9 because the time under tension got me. I had to take like a 2-second break in between some of the exercises. That one was definitely tough when it came to holding my leg up for as long as she required. For effectiveness, I would give that one a 7. I think for a home workout, that is definitely going to help grow your booty. I wouldn't say necessarily hips, but it would be effective for your butt. And if you wanted to up the intensity, you could always add resistance bands. Of course, I can't give it higher because we're not using weight. It's good, quick workout to burn some calories, make your butt burn. Overall, pretty solid workout. So I would like to point out that I had no idea who Gabriella Whitted was before looking into her workouts. That goes for any influencers' workouts that I review. I never looked up any influencers' workouts because I had the gym. Obviously, I don't have it anymore, so it's really fascinating to see what else is out there. I think overall her workouts would be great for beginners, but if you're like me and have been weightlifting for a while, this might not be the most effective for you. Yeah, it's gonna burn calories like anything else, and that's great. If her workouts motivate you and you love her as a person, of course, I say you do it. And if you don't agree with me, that's totally okay. If you want to take your anger out on me in the comments, you totally can, but I'm probably not going to read them for my own mental health. I don't want to make any videos putting other people down or being negative. I am just looking at this from a professional standpoint, blindly, meaning I haven't looked into this person at all. I'm just reviewing her workouts. I'm not critiquing her as a person or anything like that. I'm really all about doing what is right for the individual, and if it motivates you and if she makes you happy, then do her workouts. After a while though, if you do them consistently, you will need to switch it up because your body will adapt to those workouts and you'll hit a plateau. And then from there, you know that you need to either add resistance bands or switch it up a little bit. That's all I have for you today. I hope you have a great rest of your night or day or week whenever you decide to watch this, and I will see you later.